Hello and welcome to Web Crawlers. This is our new weekly segment,
Bimbo News.
We got to make a jingle.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Maybe I'll sing us a little ballad on the ukulele or something. Like that Colleen Ballinger or whatever lady.
No.
Who I don't know who she is. Do you know who she is? I kind of don't even want to look.
I'd never heard of her until her name was trending on Twitter. She does this character. She's a YouTube star. She does this character called Miranda Sings.
Yeah.
And I watched the episode where she was on Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee.
Oh, really?
It was so bad. It's like on the list of like the worst episodes of that show ever. She does this character where she's like an annoying, too confident person where she like overlines her lips.
I saw that, yeah. And like kind of talks weird.
I've never heard of her in my entire life, but apparently she's in her like mid to late 30s now. Yeah. But apparently she had a lot of fans who were like teens and she would be in group texts with them.
And like young teens. I think they were
13.
Like 13 to 15 or something.
Yeah. And would like talk to them about her love life, all the drama going on in her life. And then she apparently sent one of the boys like her underwear
or something, right?
Was like asked them like what their favorite sex positions are. And like, it was very inappropriate for like a 30-year-old to be texting 13-year-old fans.
You think? It's so lonely.
Yeah.
And so desperate and so sad.
Yeah, even it's strange.
Let's say she didn't have pedophilic intentions or motives or whatever they're saying. It's so lonely and so sad and so shows that she misjudges like appropriateness so much that
she has 3
that
kids
to be her friends. Shut up. Are you serious?
She's married and she has 3 kids, like all under the age of like 6 or 7.
Well, like if that's not fulfilling you, then I mean, not to say like marriage and kids should fulfill you, but I'm saying like if you need to, if there's such a big hole inside that you're not being satiated internally or by the people in your real life that you need to get validation from kids on the internet, like
that's not
go to therapy.
You need to go to therapy. There was a Netflix show about her.
I saw that.
Hater something, or haters gonna hate, or something about haters.
From like haters. Like 2016 or 2006 or so, a long time ago.
News to me. Have never heard of any of this, but I read an article about someone who was like a production assistant who said she was just horrendous to everyone.
Oh, God. Yeah. So I think that's probably summarizes it.
And then she did that apology where she sang a song playing the ukulele about like, I'm not a groomer, yada, yada, yada. Or whatever.
Ooh, I'm not a pedophile.
And everyone was like, what are you doing, you weirdo?
Yeah.
What a weird. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so Bimbo News, that's the gist of it. Basically, we will discuss everything that's in the news, pop culture, TVs, whatever, for the week, and discuss it to the best of our ability, our limited knowledge.
To the best of our ability.
And you wouldn't guess the lengths that it took to get here today.
You wouldn't even guess the amount of headphones and wires we had to switch and computer restarts.
By the way, I just asked my astrology friend. I said, is something wrong with the moon? And
in general,
is everything okay with the moon? And she said, Venus square Uranus plus full moon Capricorn, sun in Cancer, and sun flares means everything is cattywampus. So I guess things are getting weird. I don't know what any of that means, but I guess
cattywampus.
Things are cattywampus. Should we start with news or TV?
What's popping off in the news? Oh, breaking news: Kyle and Mauricio divorced from Real Housewives. Kyle Richards and Mauricio.
Yeah, they're getting divorced.
Umansky. 27 years they've been married.
So I'm a little confused. We should find the clip of that psychic talking. people are posting Morgan Wade relationship announcement imminent. And I'm like, who is Morgan Wade?
Did I send that to you? It was an Instagram account where this person went on like this deep dive of Kyle and Mauricio's Instagram posts of the past year and compared them. And Kyle was hanging out with the country singer Morgan Wade,
yeah,
a lot. And like when she started hanging out with this country star is when she like stopped posting Mauricio on Instagram. And Kyle has a tattoo. She got a heart tattoo, and the country singer got one at the same time as well. And someone noticed that the country singer has a K tattooed on her that was not there last year.
So they're saying that that it's Kyle and Morgan Wade who are dating.
That's
is
the theory.
Is Morgan Wade out?
I don't know. I didn't really look. I think she's 28. Kyle met her at a concert, and then they just started hanging out all the time.
Okay, well, you know what's interesting, though? I'm on her Wikipedia, Morgan Wade's, and it said, Wade says the album was inspired by her struggles with mental health, past relationships, and sobriety. And didn't
Kyle Richards got sober
last
year.
Maybe they're sober friends. Maybe they're close sober friends.
Sure.
That's one option. Maybe they have some sort of sober relationship going on, and that's why they're always together.
Yeah.
Could be an option. Or maybe they're lesbians together. I don't know.
But that's the rumor.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know, God, we got to look up that episode.
Yeah, I don't remember what season, what episode, but they had a psychic come to them. The psychic said to Kyle that, what was it? Mauricio will never
emotionally fulfill you. It was Alison Dubois, and I believe that it was Dinner Party from Hell.
Yes.
Is the title of an episode from season 1 of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. That's crazy. Yes.
There's so many dinner parties from hell. I was like, oh, must be last season. No, it's season 1.
Also, that's so dark. I've been watching since season 1.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess it was in 2010, though, so it's not that long ago. Well, 13 years. Okay, so it was at Camille Grammer's house, and she's hosting a dinner. And there's this psychic named Alison Dubois who, like...
She's vaping.
She's flaming red hair. She's vaping before vaping was even a thing, I think.
Right, I remember this.
Someone is like, says, Allison, will you read our fortunes or give us a psychic prediction for the table? Allison says... He will never, to Kyle, your husband is never going to emotionally fulfill you. Know that as soon as the kids are bigger, you'll have nothing in common.
Whoa. And her daughter just got married because there were no photos of them together at the wedding, like standing together.
Shut up, really? Wait, this is even crazier based on what you just said about Morgan Wade. I guess Dubois continued by saying, make sure that you put the walls down for any females coming into your life.
What?
I feel like you talk to males more easily than females.
Huh. Well.
Is she like the best psychic that's ever existed? We clowned on her hard, and now she's like...
I mean, better than the Bill Paxton psychic.
Okay, no, that's the best psychic. Did we discuss that? No, I don't think we discussed that.
No.
We? Okay, we need to discuss that.
because I sent that like a few days ago.
No, I sent that, you dumb bitch. I sent that. I am the captain now.
Right, because I then sent it to Paisley and Ben. Okay. I don't know what's going on in our text threads.
So that's crazy. We should talk about that. So this psychic on TikTok, will you just pull up the TikTok?
Back in February, made a prediction that, Bill Paxton came to her.
Paxton has stepped forward. He's actually coming through with a message, and it is a future vision. He's coming through with a prediction. Whenever he's showing me the future, I don't know how far we're going into the future here, but the information that he's actually showing me is that there is a disaster that's set to occur, which is quite unfortunate. And what he is showing me is a ship, but he's showing me a ship that's smaller than the Titanic. And what he has said is about a cruise ship. So it's, I know it's carrying passengers aboard, and I'm seeing passengers, boarding. What he's showing me is some errors of judgment in the construction. And he's looking underneath the ship or in the internal parts of the ship. And he said that it's not sufficient. And it's not being checked thoroughly. Now, I don't know if this is a ship that is on her maiden voyage or if it's something that has occurred previously where, she's been used and has been in circulation. I'm not sure. However, what he is showing me is that there is something that needs to be looked at that hasn't been looked at. So they're confident that this is set to occur. When he's drawing me to the health and safety measures, he has said that they're not sufficient. Okay, so I know that there's something there where health and safety hasn't maybe.
Crazy. This was February of this year.
When I tell you my jaw dropped, I was like, how is everyone not talking about this? And how is everyone still not talking about this?
Yeah, it was like retweeted a few times on Twitter, but like
I was like, this woman needs to like work for the CIA. Like, why isn't she in the White House right now being protected? Like, that's
but then she
crazy.
did a TikTok where she channeled Stockton Rush.
Yeah, this is the problem. Like, once you hit gold, you got to stop.
This is going to be her whole thing now. She's like, I'm the woman who predicted Bill Paxton in the Titanic submersible.
How was the Stockton Rush one?
I honestly like skimmed through it. I was like, oh, okay. What do you?
Yeah, it's like you can't. Once they try to like monetize things,
you
it's
can't.
No.
Yeah,
so
that's crazy.
Right. Yeah. I told my boyfriend, I showed it to my boyfriend, who is like a major skeptic and is totally not into that kind of stuff. And he was like, it's interesting that Bill Paxton had a small role in Titanic and then is spending his entire afterlife watching over the Titanic and everything that goes near it.
That is funny.
And I was like, that's not how ghosts work.
That's not how it works.
I was like, you don't get it. You're focusing on the wrong thing.
Don't get it.
But yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Give us the bad news about Diet Coke.
Oh my God. Well, this is weird because the World Health Organization cancer research is saying that aspartame is a possible? It looks like you've taken too much aspartame to the dome. Possible carcinogen. A possible gin.
I mean, that's not surprising, right?
No, I kind of feel like we already knew this. I was looking up, well, how much do you have to drink? And it said an adult weighing 60 kilograms, which is 132 pounds, would have to drink between 12 and 36 cans of diet soda, depending on the amount of aspartame, to be at risk. There are people who drink Diet Coke, Coke Zero all day long.
And they're ruining it for the rest of us. It's like these people who get like a big gulp and drink 3 of them through the day. Now the rest of us can't have our sweet, sweet nectar.
No, we can't have our big gulps.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It feels like, we kind of already knew this, I guess.
Yeah, there's like it causes brain cancer or something.
There's 4 different levels of classification of a carcinogenic. There's probably carcinogenic, possibly carcinogenic,
cool,
not classifiable, and carcinogenic.
Who's doing these ratings? Me?
I don't know. So it's possibly carcinogenic. So it's like the lower 2.
Right.
Whereas like the cell phones are possibly cancer causing, but they just don't know.
Right.
I don't know. Just don't drink 12 sodas a day.
Yeah, it's for any reason,
for
aspartame or not.
Yeah,
that's interesting about the cell phone thing is because I've been getting these Instagram sponsored posts for like, have you ever seen those things you put on your cell phone or something and it's supposed to block the EMF or
whatever it is? I'm sure it doesn't work because like
I know, I guess that's true probably, huh? But they show videos of
Is it like radio signals like coming out through the phone and they're like, look, it stops.
It's just clip art.
It's clip art.
It's like, just a circle with an X. No more radio waves. I'm like, yeah, it works, huh?
Yeah,
no, it's like they do MRI and it's like the different parts aren't activated. I don't know. I need to find it. I'll circle back with that.
The thing is, if they're like, it causes cancer, ain't no one gonna stop using their cell phone.
Well, of course, that's the thing. It's like no one. I don't think that I would.
Yeah, I'd be like, well, how? Like, what are the chances? Like,
this is it. I'll text it to you. It's an EMF phone case, EMF protector phone case, and it's certified. Oh wait, nope, it's not certified. Nope, that's not what it
is.
Is
it certified by the same people who certified the Titan submersible?
Yeah. It's the Ocean
Gate case,
phone case.
Moving on.
Okay, yeah. Let's talk about Twitter.
Yeah, what the fuck happened?
You're on Blue Sky, right?
I am on Blue Sky.
Yeah, so find us on Blue Sky if you'd like, and that seems to be where a lot of people are moving to, because Twitter is just.
It was not working on Saturday or Sunday. I was reading about the NBA and there was a big trade news happening about Damian Lillard and Portland wanted to trade. And I was like, oh, wow, no tweets were loading. I couldn't read anything. And all the trending topics were like, Twitter's broken. It was broken the whole day. It said like rate limit exceeded. And then Elon tweeted something that was like, oh, if you don't have a blue check mark, you can only read 600 tweets a day.
So I have never reached the limit. And
I guess I haven't. But he changed it again. Now it's at like 1,000 tweets. I don't know if it still is on there. I don't know.
I'm confused by what reading means.
Right. Can you scroll by only 600 tweets?
Because I definitely scroll by a million tweets a day. Like I mindlessly scroll without looking. Is it like you have to click on the tweet and
I don't
actually
think so. I think it's
it?
Just ones you see. Man, Twitter. Also, I've noticed a thing. You know when you send tweets to people in text messages, the preview does not come up anymore.
I know, and that makes me so much less likely to actually click on it.
Yeah, it just says twitter.com, and you're like, well, what is it? What is this? It sucks. Like, is that a new
does
thing?
This pertain to what we're talking about? Like, what are you sending me right now?
It's crazy that he has just completely ruined Twitter. And today, Maria was like, oh, did you see what's happening in France? And I'm like, huh? She's like, search France on Twitter. I search France on Twitter. Every account is like, it's a video. Then underneath it's like, this video was actually taken in 2021 in a different country. Like everything is fake. All the accounts are fake. I don't know what's real. It's insane.
He's like a bad dude.
Yes, he's a very
Elon
bad
Musk.
dude.
He's like a right-wing, anti-LGBTQ nut.
Yeah, he's the worst.
Which makes me even more than Twitter being bad now makes me want to get off. Just like his morals and ethics and behavior. Like, I don't want this guy to succeed at all.
It's just not fun anymore. Like, I don't see my favorite people anymore on Twitter. I have to like search for them. Normally, like the algorithm would put like, people you interact with the most up, but that they don't do that anymore. So I had to make a list of like my favorite
I know.
followers
that you did.
Turns out was public and alerted people when I added them on. I was like, God damn it.
This is so embarrassing. Yeah, I don't see anyone that I know. Because there's the For You tab and then there's like the Following tab.
Yeah, the For You is a bunch of people you don't follow. It's just a bunch of popular tweets. And then following is chronological order, but then you don't see the people that you normally... It's a disaster.
Yeah, it really is. So if you're on Blue Sky, I have one more code if someone wants it.
Oh yeah, I have an invite code too. You get one a week, I think. At me. If you need a code,
at me.
Let me know.
Kevin Costner's ex-wife, what's happening with her?
They got divorced and it's like, because Kevin Costner has so much money. She like wants she wants $248,000 a month in spousal support and child support because I think they have 2 kids. But Kevin Costner's response, or his lawyer's response, said that the wife is using $188,000 a month for plastic surgery.
Good for her.
Yeah, good for her.
I don't even understand how that's possible, though, to be honest.
You can't, because you get Botox, that's only once every few months. You get fillers. You could do like a crazy like facial chemical peel that's like $5,000.
Yeah.
You could do M-Sculpt, where you get your fat burned off you. That's not $188,000 a month.
No, I would think like maximum she could probably spend $20,000 to $30,000 a month on beauty stuff.
And personal trainer. That's another,
right.
$5,000 a month if you're doing like private sessions.
Yeah. I'm thinking like maybe let's say you're doing
your hair,
tanning or something, like eyelash extensions.
That's true.
Like eyebrow. I mean, I don't know. Like I can see $30,000 a month. 180 doesn't make sense. Hair extensions, maybe. I mean, I don't know. What does this bitch look like? Let's take a gander. Kevin Costner, ex-wife.
She's a nice looking lady.
Oh, there's a few of them.
He has a few ex-wives.
Yeah, okay, but that does not look like someone who's getting like 180,000.
No, she doesn't have plastic surgery face.
No, like not even close. And she's also like, no, that woman is not getting $180,000 worth of.
Kevin Costner, you were lying.
You're. Let me tell you something about this field of lies.
Ugh.
Or something.
That works.
Yeah, sure.
Do you see the world's ugliest dog contest?
No, I wish I did.
This is...
Oh, maybe you sent it to me. Oh, Scooter. That's a good boy.
Scooter won the world's ugliest dog contest. He is a 7-year-old Chinese crested dog.
I love Chinese cresteds.
Are they all tiny little dogs?
Let me tell you, they don't look like that. That looks like...
This dog has reversed hind legs.
Oh, honey.
And is nearly bald, has a few white wispy hairs. If you scroll down the article, do you see it being held up with a trophy?
Yeah, that guy needs... Oh, he's only 7?
His legs are backwards.
He looks like he's 17.
Yeah, that's only 7. That's
like
young
Asher's
for
age.
A small dog.
That poor guy. I hope he feels okay.
He's born with 2 deformed legs. He was saved from euthanasia by a rescue group, and he's in Tucson, Arizona.
I'm sending you a picture of what a Chinese crested usually looks like, because I actually wanted to get one at one point. I just sent it to the text.
Oh, okay. So they're like...
You've seen those.
Yes. They have... Their ears have a lot of hair hanging off of them.
Yeah. They have like...
Oh, but this dog is shaved, though.
I mean, it might just not have... It feels like it has like alopecia or some sort of
no
issue.
Body hair, but like a lot of hair on its ears and face.
Well, the Chinese crested isn't shaved. It just comes like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it only has hair on its paws and on its like face.
That's crazy. I don't think I've ever seen this dog.
Yeah, they're fun. They're weird looking, but they're fun. I think they're really high maintenance and kind of bitchy.
Oh, they look bitchy.
Yeah, they're like totally bitchy.
You know when dogs are just like stuck up.
Yeah, they look like they're wearing little like snowshoes.
Yeah.
We should go. Petaluma, California. We should go sometime.
Yeah, that's not that far.
Yeah, well, next year, let's try to go. I mean, that sounds like a really good time. Oh my God. Live on a cruise. Okay, so I saw something about this, the living on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, $38,000 per year will accommodate more. $38,000 per year for 3 years, or is it?
$38,000 a year.
Okay.
And you can, reserve 3 years?
Yeah, I saw something about this. There was a married couple whose kids were at college, they were empty nesters and he was retired. And they were like, you know what? With the economy right now, it's cheaper to just live on this boat now. I think they were doing it for the rest of their lives. They were like, we're just going to live.
Whoa.
Yeah, we're just going to travel the world and like live at sea now and live on one of these cruise ships.
Because everything was included, I think, like food and everything.
Yeah.
For $30,000 a year. But then apparently they had to like switch ships or something. Or something happened where like it all kind of went to shit. And then they had to switch the ships and like it's not going that, like not a lot of people reserved it apparently.
Well, I mean, it's a big ask.
Yeah.
To live on a boat for a year.
Yeah, I guess if you work remote.
You know what they got to do is if you are at Life at Sea, hire me and Melissa to do your marketing, because what you got to do is you got to just get some influencers and give them a year free and just let them live aboard and like YouTube and Instagram it and all that kind of shit. Or even just for like a month and they can fake it. And then that will get all the freelancers and trust fund kids to want to live on the boat for a year and pay for that.
You can have friends or family come stay in your cabin and it's free.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Did you ever do like semester at sea or anything?
No.
I always kind of wanted to. I mean, I never did.
Semester at sea. Yeah.
Remember like in college, it was like going abroad, but I think MTV had a show about it, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. That sounds familiar.
Yeah. MTV, it was Road Rules Semester at Sea.
Oh, I don't know that I watched that.
I don't think I did either, but I remember it.
I stopped watching Road Rules. No, this was about the time that I would watch it. Oh, did they stop at like different
ports, I think.
Maybe I did watch this.
For those of you guys who might not know, I think I tweeted this, but I don't know if I ever talked about this. Over quarantine, I went on a date with someone who was on Road Rules. Oh, no, he was on Real World, and then he was on The Challenge.
Yes, and then he was on the reunions.
No.
Reunions? No.
He wasn't.
That was a different Mormon.
Yeah, that was a different Mormon. Yeah, that was a different blonde.
What season was he on? Was it New Orleans?
No, he was the Bronx or something, right? Brooklyn?
Yes. I did not watch that season, but I know who
I literally don't remember his name. Mormon.
I don't remember his name either.
Real World. Yeah, but I went on a date with him.
He's a Mormon. Julie. No, it's not Julie.
It's not Julie.
It's not that super blonde guy with the spiky hair.
No.
Is his name Spencer?
No.
Oh my God, what is his name?
I feel like it started with a C.
He was from Utah, right?
Chet
Chet
Cannon.
Cannon.
If you guys are listening to this, please don't like snitch tag or anything like that. I hate when
don't
people do that.
Yeah,
we went on a date.
But he's like very
Republican.
He's like conservative. Republican.
And I didn't know that when we went out. He is like, and I found his Twitter, which is why we didn't go out again.
Oh yeah.
Remember? I found his Twitter and I was like, oh, this guy is like Republican, like tweeting at AOC and harassing a Republican. And I was like, we're not going to go out again. Sorry.
Yeah, no. Fun experiment.
A fun experiment. A good quarantine story. It was
a good story.
The vaccines were out. Times were hot. We were inside for 2 years and the vaccine finally came out. Yeah, hot vax summer. 2 weeks after the vaccine, you thought, I could finally leave my house. Why not go on a date with this guy who was on Real World?
That was insane.
Yeah, the good old days. I'm curious about this roller coaster thing you have written here.
Oh my God. So someone posted a video, this roller coaster in North Carolina. They posted a video of every time the roller coaster would go around a corner, it would shift like off of the rail.
No, thank you.
and someone's like, this doesn't seem safe. Like it would shift. And then like the place that was at like closed down was like, we're closed for repairs. Like they didn't know until this person was like, wait, this doesn't seem right.
That ain't all right.
That ain't all right. Carowinds? The fuck is Carowinds?
There's an article in the Daily Mail called "Do Ghosts Exist? 5 Possible Scientific Explanations Revealed."
Oh boy.
And they're some of the stupidest explanations I've ever heard. The first one is sleep paralysis, which we've discussed before.
Yeah, sure.
But the thing is that people think they see ghosts when they're awake, so that doesn't fully explain that. The second one is mold.
Mold?
The article from the Daily Mail says, you may be surprised to know that scientists have also drawn the dots between ghost sightings and poor air quality. As it turns out, toxic mold spores can cause mood swings, irrational anger, and even cognitive impairment if you're exposed for too long. Symptoms of brain inflammation and memory loss have also emerged in recent studies, as well as increased anxiety and fear. So I guess psychoactive effects of some fungi are well known, whereas the effect of others, such as indoor molds, have been less researched. Although allergy and asthma symptoms and other psychological effects are well established, there have been long controversy over the effects of indoor mold exposure. So I think now they're saying, you saw a ghost? Check your house for black mold.
Because you're like hallucinating?
You might be hallucinating. Yeah. So,
okay, I buy it.
I don't not buy it. I think
buy it.
I don't not. I think there are ghosts, but also I think that if you're not into that kind of stuff and then all of a sudden you start seeing ghosts, it might be like, hey, check your carbon monoxide or something, you know? Then they have exploding head syndrome.
Oh.
Which I think we've talked about, right?
Is that where you hear loud sounds in your head?
Exploding head syndrome may sound like a made-up condition, but it's a frightening sensory disorder. It is characterized by the perception of a loud noise or sense of explosion in the head that can be anything from a literal explosion to even a scream.
Okay, this is crazy because I woke up...
You have it?
I don't know. I woke up from sleep a few nights ago and I thought I heard like someone banging on my bedroom door. Like I just woke up. I was like, like someone's banging on the door, but it was like 3 a.m. Like no one's banging. The door wasn't even closed. Like I just thought I heard like such a loud noise and it scared the shit out of me.
Well, it says it usually happens when transitioning in or out of deep sleep.
That happened to me.
Melissa, you have exploding head syndrome.
Also, there was an earthquake the other night. I woke up maybe like 3 minutes before it happened.
That is really crazy.
That like a dog senses an earthquake.
Well, I've always thought that about you. You have a lot of
that happened to
tendencies.
Yeah. That happened to me.
I didn't notice it. I didn't feel it or notice it. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. The last one that's kind of interesting is pareidolia, which I haven't heard of before. But if you've ever done a double take thinking you've seen a monster in the mirror or creature among the trees or like Jesus in a piece of toast, then you may have experienced pareidolia. This phenomenon takes place when humans attribute meaning to random visual stimuli. So it's like we try to make meaning of pictures by relating it to something that's familiar to us. So, I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
So the other two, which is like our favorite show.
Our favorite show.
Oh, this article came out that was basically like the creators are like monsters.
Yeah. They're like the real life.
Yeah, the real life characters on the show.
Yeah.
Just so... And so the show's canceled. Like this is the last season.
Yeah. I guess they had like one of them had like pushed a writer or like forced them to work and like verbally abused them and things like that.
I got some secret insider info.
Yeah, give us a scoop, girl.
It's anonymous. I can't tell you where it's from. So people who work in the industry have said... I heard that one of the creators shoved an actor And I heard some version of an actor tested positive for COVID during production. And Chris, one of the creators, said, just don't tell anyone. And the actor worked, and then they all found out after the fact. And Chris was banned from set.
Wait, you know what I just realized?
What?
That's like one of the plot lines of one of the shows.
Oh my God, that's right. The charity telethon thing. Oh my God. That's so
They're
crazy.
like probably just getting inspiration. And you know what I thought recently too is, in the last episode when what's his name? And it's not Carrie. It's
Ken Marino.
No. Who's
the boyfriend?
No, who's the main character who's not Brooke? I forgot his name.
Chase Dreams.
No, the other one, the other brother.
I've named literally every character on this show.
I know, except the one I want.
A guy?
Yes. Who is the main? It's Brooke, and who's the brother?
Oh, Carrie.
Okay, yeah, it is Carrie. Okay. I said Carrie, but then I was like, no, that's Sex and the City. Okay, so Carrie, when Carrie calls his agent like 1,000 times, and then like shows up at her house, and she's like, it's been 24 hours, and then he like comes in, and like her mom is dying and all that stuff, and then he like cries. I was thinking like, oh my God, that's probably how the writers feel. Like it's probably like the EPs are probably, or the creators are probably like calling them a million times and being like, get this done, get this done, get this done. And it's been like 5 minutes and they don't realize like what's going on in the writers' personal lives. I feel like they wrote that to illuminate what's going on,
weird.
Crazy.
Someone said they think Chris is the aggressor and Sarah's more the enabler. They're like the co-creators. And someone said, I think he got kicked out of the DGA too. Chris, the Directors Guild. And then my friend worked in the room and said it was extremely mean and toxic. I tried to get in the room and she said I should definitely not do that.
Oh my God.
And someone said I met with a writer who worked on season 2 before they threw it out and fired the whole staff, and she looked shell-shocked.
Shut up.
Back in the day when Sarah was just 25 and working at College Humor,
this is the best part.
She would have the editor VFX the mole on her shoulder in any coverage with her shoulder showing. Also would only film one side of her face. This is not to shame her, but to say sometimes people are who they are no matter their level of fame or status.
I'm sorry, but that's so funny.
Yikes.
Like that's
what
so
a
crazy.
Bummer. How are you... Just be nice. There's so many shows that have nice people running them. Why do you have to be a jerk? I don't get it. That's just who they are, I guess.
Yeah, and like you've ruined it now for the rest of us.
Yeah, it was our favorite show. It's so funny. It's like the funniest show on currently, and you ruined it.
Yeah, I'm so upset.
Devastated. Claim to fame.
Oh my God. Let me find my emails.
They keep emailing you.
Yeah. So they haven't since it started. I mean, since this season started. But so Claim to Fame, for those who don't know, it's a show where siblings or family members of celebrities go on and they don't reveal who they're related to. And the other celebrity family members in the house have to each week like guess who they choose another person in the house, have to guess who they're related to.
There's clues and stuff around the house.
Yeah, and like challenges. And if they guess right, you get voted off. And then, at the end, I guess there's like $100,000 prize or something. And
I have the clip. So,
oh my God, yeah, to play it.
So Tom Hanks's niece was on the show. She got voted out first. Someone found out who she was related to first. And she freaked the fuck out.
It's amazing.
Boy. Damn.
These freaking colors are so freaking obvious. Freaking bench. That's a freaking poster of freaking Forrest Gump. Are you kidding me? She's screaming. Why a bench? There's literally no reference to benches on any other movie. Even Gabriel found that out. He's not even smart.
For real? That's cold.
And they're all hearing her.
I didn't even get to do any challenges. I did not have that level of drama for the first guess off on my claim to fame bingo card. I don't deserve this. I should have more camera time. I should be here longer. And we're only on guess off number 1.
I think the right choice was made.
No one expected that. No one.
Crazy. So she's yelling about a bench because I guess one of the clues in the house was like a movie poster with a bench on it. And everyone's like, it's so obviously Forrest Gump. Like she was pissed.
Right. Yeah. So I found the letter. So they've sent me several. This is from October 5th, 2022. Hi, Allison. Wow. My name is Faith, and I'm a casting producer working with the Emmy-nominated production. With an Emmy-nominated production company. Excuse me. And casting team. I'm currently casting the hit show Claim to Fame. I found your name, and it seems like you might be a great fit if you aren't familiar with the show, blah, blah, blah. And then she gave me her phone number. And then she had messaged me, and then I didn't respond. And then you. She found me on Instagram.
Whoa.
And messaged me like a million times, if I remember correctly.
To be fair, I feel like you would be good on that show.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
But like, it's stupid. You don't want to be on
My
that
parents
show.
would literally...
Yeah, you can't. That's not.
So maybe she's not on Instagram anymore. I looked up Faith, and it's all like recovery. People messaging me like recovery.
Have faith.
Yeah.
Gotta keep your faith.
Yeah. But anyway, she kept messaging me being like, you'd be so great. Like, do you want to be on it? And I honestly kind of regret not saying yes to this season because I would have loved to have verbally annihilated. By the way, not Tom Hanks's niece. It's Rita Wilson's niece. Yeah.
That seems, that's not blood. That's not a blood relative.
No.
That seems unfair.
Someone had tweeted like, oh, now I can imagine what Rita Wilson acted like when her makeup person was late for the Oscars or whatever.
Oh, I mean, that explains Chet.
Yeah. So who is Chet? Who is Chet a byproduct of?
Rita Wilson and Tom Hanks. Yeah.
And Colin is who?
Tom Hanks's previous wife.
Oh, everything makes so much more sense now. Okay, I was so confused by that.
And they have a sister who's different. Chet's, I think, is the only son from Rita and Tom.
Rita's
makes
genes.
Sense.
Something's up with Rita's genes.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't she like rap now or something?
Rita Wilson raps?
Hold on.
Oh, no. Oh
my God. Yes.
Rapping.
Yeah. Look up Rita Wilson, Naughty by Nature.
No.
Play it. I haven't listened to it. Play it. I'm curious.
You drew a picture in the morning, but you couldn't make my day. I'm looking and you're yawning, but you never look my way. I'm looking down you, darling, in every single way.
I hate this.
The funny flow is flowing and your green comes on the way. This ain't got to do with shampoo, so watch your head and shoulder. Brother older, bold enough to fold you. Yo, I told you, afraid of what I made and played it with some funky twists to say your flips and tricks. Put that music in your funky bed. Triggers from the grill town, ill town. So that's how it feels now. The deals that were real, so we're still round. Don't lamp with a freestyle phantom. Ain't trying to be handsome. Shrinking what you're thinking, cause I'm vamping. I live and die for hip hop. This is hip hop of today. I give props to hip hop. So hip hop, hooray!
Hey, ho, hey, ho,
hey, Rita.
Oh, that was awful.
Wow.
I hated every second of that.
Well, that explains so much, in my opinion. That really explains a lot.
Also, you got another DM from someone who claims that this guy Steven on The Bachelorette doesn't have a son.
Oh my God, yes. Okay, so if you're watching The Bachelorette, which is on tonight, and on too late, in my opinion.
It's on at 9 o'clock now. It used to be 8 because it's a 2-hour show. 8 to 10. Now it's 9 to fucking 11. What are you doing? We're all olds.
Yeah, we're olds. So there's this guy, Steven, who gives me chills up my spine.
He has very odd mannerisms.
Yes.
It's a cross between Jim Carrey and Morbius.
Yes. And some people, I talked to some people and like in my different group chats, and some people are like, well, I think he's neurodivergent or something, and he just feels uncomfortable. And I don't think that's it. I think
seems, I don't know.
I don't
know.
There's something insidious about him. I don't know. I'm neurodivergent, like you're neurodivergent. I know a ton of neurodivergent people. It reads differently, something.
Yeah. Like on purpose.
Yeah.
Like
it's
something
like on purpose. There's like a bad vibe to it. It's
bad
like
vibe.
There's a bad vibe to it.
Bad vibe.
So anyways, he says to Charity, the Bachelorette, he's like, there's like, I have to reveal a secret about myself or something. And he says, I have a child. And she's like, oh, it's okay. It's fine. I think that's amazing. Or whatever. For some reason, it seems to, I mean, I would like someone if they had a kid, but it seems like it eradicates all his past behavior for her. She's like, oh, that's great. It was weird.
Yeah.
I get a DM from this person, and
because you tweeted, you said something about like, what's up with Steven on The Bachelorette?
Yes. So then this person DMs me, and they say, I dated him for a few months, and he does not have a kid. So I don't know why he's lying about that. And
so you sent that to me, and it's like, well, how long ago did this person date him?
Right.
Maybe he had a kid.
Right. I was like, okay, maybe they had a kid. He had a kid after, or maybe he was hiding the kid, or they didn't know each other well enough, or something like that. And they said they dated for over 4 months, which is a significant period of time. And this person is friends with his family and his cousins still. And is like, there's no child. This child does not exist unless he's also keeping it from his entire family.
Because I found him on Instagram. There's no pics of his kid, but like, doesn't mean anything. But still, that's crazy.
I mean, that kind of means something. If I
kind of means something.
Because unless he created his... No, I mean, that means something. Like, because...
Yeah.
Before you go on The Bachelor, like, you would have had put up photos of your child, you know?
Is that a tactic to like... Because you're not going to eliminate someone when they say, oh, I have a kid. Was that so she wouldn't eliminate him? I don't know, because that's weird.
I think it would work against you, because if for a minute she was like, I'm not into this person, I would think she would eliminate him so that he could get back to her kid.
That was the excuse. Yeah, like, I'm not ready to be a mom. You should go back to your kid. But she didn't. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. So, only time will tell. So there's a new American Gladiators documentary on Netflix, and I haven't watched the full thing yet.
Right.
But it reminded me that my first grade teacher was actually married to Cyclone from American Gladiators.
And how is that something she told your class?
Yeah, because American Gladiators was huge when I was in first grade. It was like the 90s, and that was like the height. And I remember he used to come to my classroom. And he would I think like the American Gladiators once like came for an assembly and were like, don't do drugs, or, whatever it was. Like, I remember him coming, and it was a big deal that she was married to one of the American Gladiators.
Was she like super in shape? Were they like a workout couple?
She was pregnant when she was my teacher. And I remember being like, that means that Miss Graham does sex. Like, I remember
she does sex.
Yeah. But she was beautiful. She was a pageant queen from like Kentucky or something.
Barry Turner?
Well, you know what's weird is her last name was Graham. Her last name was Graham.
Interesting.
So I don't know. But I just remember that.
That's crazy.
I remember that.
That's fun. Does anyone watch The Idol?
Oh my God, Jinx. I don't watch The Idol, but your texts with Maria make me kind of want to watch it. Will you explain?
Ridiculous. It is bad. It is.
Yeah.
So what happened was, it's the show. Amy Semetz. She directed The Girlfriend Experience, which was very good television show. It was very good. So she was going to direct this show called The Idol about this pop star who gets entangled with the wrong crowd. But then I don't know what happened. If the Weeknd was in it to start with, and then he didn't like where the direction was going. So then Sam Levinson, the Euphoria creator, he was a producer on it. He became the director, and then they rewrote everything to make the Weeknd like a central character, because he had like a small role initially. So now he became this like supposed to be this like super sexy, charismatic cult leader. He comes off as the biggest fucking dork. He can act. He's not charismatic at all.
Well, he is a dork in real life.
Yes, the writing is just, it's crazy. It's just bad. It's bizarre, and they try to be like so sexy. Yeah, and it's like hilarious. It's like embarrassing.
I watched a little bit of the first episode. Excuse me. Ugh. And like within 5 minutes, like her tits were out, and then they were like, there's a photo of someone coming on her face. What do we do? And then I was like, I'm going to tap out right now. Like maybe I'll circle back, but I can't right now.
It is, and there's only 5 episodes. It cost $70 million to make this because they had to reshoot. They basically shot everything, and they switched directors. They rewrote and reshot everything. It's shot at The Weeknd's house because they ran out of money.
Oh my God.
That's his house. And then the finale was like at The Weeknd's concert. It's ridiculous. It's just like, so bizarre. I don't know how.
Use that money to pay writers.
I don't get
the writer's strike.
It's bewildering.
That's so idiotic.
Yep.
Well, let me just see if there's anything that is worth touching in on. I'll end with this. I'm watching The Vampire Diaries. I started watching it from the pilot. I hadn't watched it before. I'd maybe watched a few episodes when it first came out, and then I didn't. But I ran out of things to watch recently, so I was like, I guess I'll just watch Vampire Diaries. I don't know. Idol. Yeah, no. If you guys like The Vampire Diaries and want me to do like recaps or episodes for Patreon, let me know, because that could be a fun thing I do.
How many seasons are there?
Like, I literally think there's like 20 seasons. And there's so many. There's like spin-off shows. There's like 3 spin-offs.
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea.
The show was on from 2009 to 2017. Like, that's crazy.
Whoa.
It's crazy to think that these people are probably so rich, and like, who knows what else they've been in.
Who knows? That's amazing.
Why won't it tell? And yeah, there's spinoffs. There's a spinoff called Legacies. There's a spinoff called The Originals.
Wow.
Why won't you just tell me how many seasons there are? There's 171 episodes. If you want me to recap 171 episodes of The Vampire Diaries for Patreon,
that'd be amazing.
Let me know if it's
just
worth
not
your $1.
sleeping. You're like, what? Keeping yourself
my
awake.
Adderall. And then
I'm on season 3. I don't know. I think there's vampire. I don't know what's happening.
That's a werewolf. All right, guys. Well, that is this installment of Bimbo News. Please keep listening. I am Allie Siegel.
I am Melissa Stettin.
And that's all, folks.
Goodbye.
Powered by Acast.